Hello and welcome to World in 5. The Zimbabwean government will soon roll out the new measures to address the resurgence of parallel market exchange in a bid to prevent economic disruptions. This was announced by President Emmerson Mnangagwa during his State of the Nation address in Parliament. His address also marked the official opening of the second session of the 10th Parliament. Our reporter Sharon Munjenjema gives us more in the following report.
President Mnangagwa says his government has noted with concern the resurgence of the parallel exchange market and government is taking action. His remarks follow the recent devaluation of the Zimbabwe gold currency by the central bank. The ZiG now trades at 25 against the greenback, up from 14, but the black market offers higher premiums.
We note with concern the resurgence of parallel market activities driven by speculative tendencies. Corrective measures are being instituted to protect all Zimbabweans from economic disruptions. Together, let us lay a solid foundation for economic prosperity, peaceful development, and freedom from undue external interference.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Professor Chimombe says government will adjust civil servant salaries in line with the new official exchange rate following the devaluation of the local unit. He was speaking to journalists after President Mnangagwa's State of the Nation address.
Putting in place a flexible exchange rate or devaluation does have an impact immediately on incomes, on prices. And for us as government, on our part, we will make some adjustments naturally to civil servant salaries to make sure that the purchasing power of the salaries is somewhat restored. Maybe not in full, but it goes somewhat toward getting there. So there's bound to be pain, there's bound to be impact. That's what happens with any policy. Any policy does have negative impacts.
Embattled businessmen Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu, who are facing fraud charges involving over 7 million United States dollars, pleaded not guilty when their trial commenced before High Court Judge Pisirai Kwenda. ZTN's Prime Statisiwe Gwaza, who was at the High Court, compiled the following report.
The trial of businessmen Mike Chimombe and Moses Mpofu finally commenced late today after a false start on Tuesday. However, in what appeared to be a stalling stunt, the accused defense asked the court to excuse the media, citing that there were sensitive matters to be discussed. The judge, however, shot down the request. The trial began with Mpofu's defense counsel Tapson Dretero pushing the motion to have the matter taken to Constitutional Court, citing violation of his client's constitutional rights. He also queried the appointment of 2 assessors who are assisting Justice Kwenda, saying they were over the required 70 years of age. The argument was after one of the assessors who was appointed for the initial hearing on Tuesday was replaced due to ill health.
I think we've raised some constitutional issues that we wish to have the court determine prior to evidence being laid on the issue. Some of the issues relate to the tenure of office of the assessors that are sitting on it, and some of the issues relate to the fact that there had been an assessor who had been appointed who today was substituted by another assessor. And they also relate to the rights of the accused persons as from what has been transpiring from the date that they were arrested up to date. So the court has rolled over the matter to tomorrow.
The Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission has arrested Clayton Ngoda, an agro-inputs dealer from Azoya, after he allegedly misused inputs meant for winter cropping. Ngoda allegedly misrepresented to the Agriculture and Rural Development Authority that he has 90 hectares of irrigated farmland under his control and received inputs intended to support winter wheat farming.
As a result of misrepresentation, ADA dispersed 2 tons of maize seed, 36 tons each of basal and top dressing fertilizer, and 260 liters of herbicide to him through the grain marketing board. The accused only utilized 30 hectares worth of the dispersed inputs and sold 60 hectares worth of inputs for personal gain. He has since appeared at Bindura Magistrate Court.
The case of two black women who were allegedly shot and fed to pigs by a white farmer and two of his workers has caused outrage in South Africa. Maria Magato, aged 45, and Lucian Love, aged 34, were allegedly looking for food on the farm near Polokwane in South Africa's northern Limpopo province in August when they were shot. Their bodies were then alleged to have been given to pigs in an apparent attempt to dispose of the evidence. A court is now to decide whether to grant bail to the farm owner Zachariah Johannes Oliver, aged 60, and his employees ahead of their murder trial. At previous hearings, protesters have demonstrated outside the court demanding that the suspects be denied bail. That was all we had for Old in 5. Have a good afternoon.